But it is a new territory, and there's new things to be concerned about, but also be excited about, right? They're more independent, and that's exciting. Also terrifying a little bit in your mom heart, but to see them find things, I feel like the teen years, they're in activities that excite them and skills that they're learning that you're like, oh my gosh, who knew that would be something that you love? Like how cool that that's the thing. Or, you find things that make them happy and friendships that are deeper. And it's a cool chapter to be a part of.
And now we understand why hobbits have second breakfast, second dinner. 11s.
Are they just teenagers? Are hobbits just teenagers? Because they're always hungry. I feel like it's like the boys this summer have been like, all we do is go to the grocery. I'm like, yeah, because have you met you? Like we're all like food. You're gonna look in the fridge in 20 minutes and be like, where's all the food?
Yes.
Like we're always at the grocery.
Welcome back, Mama fans. What does it mean to build a creative life that evolves through every season of motherhood? In this episode, we sit down with actor, voiceover artist, educator, and mom of two, Mary Bogh, to talk about following your calling while embracing every unexpected chapter along the way. From growing up in Louisiana with a passion for performing to earning her theater degree from Cal State Fullerton, Mary has built an inspiring career spanning professional theater, national commercials, voiceover, improv, live entertainment, and education. Along the way, she's performed with Story Pirates, worked as both a Universal Studios Hollywood tour guide and VIP guide, and discovered that creativity isn't confined to just the stage. It can transform into communities, classrooms, and everyday life. In part one, Mary talks about how her supportive family helped nurture her dreams, why she believes that creative communities change lives, the unforgettable lessons she learned working at Universal Studios Hollywood, and how improv, storytelling, and a genuine love for people continue to shape her work as a substitute teacher and a mom. This conversation also explores the importance of healthy boundaries, raising creative kids, and finding the joys in life. This conversation is light, fun, and a great summer listen. Mary's story is filled with plenty of wisdom, warmth, and laughter. Let's dive in with Mary Bogh.
My whole life, I've had a very supportive, creative community. My parents are always very supportive, encouraging. And, ever since I was little, I was in dancing and acting and anything on the stage where you could wear makeup and costumes and just the whole show.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I was always very supported. And even now, my husband, biggest cheerleader, always my number one fan. I mean, my parents are also my number one fans, but so very creative life, very supported life.
How did they know to put you in dance and all those things?
It's funny. It was very much me. Like when I was 2, my mom put me in dance. I'm the youngest of 4 children. And so my siblings were all involved in different activities, but I always leaned in towards performing. And so my mom put me in dance when I was 2. And, the recital, first of all, you get to dance and learn to dance, but the recital, you get to wear makeup, you get to put on a costume, you're on a stage. And so every year that was just the pinnacle of the dance year because it was the stage. And so as I got older, I would take these acting classes, and I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And so we have a local theater group, and they would do summer workshops. And so we would do truncated versions of longer shows. So we would do Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. And it was just a blast, and that kind of ignited more of the theater and love of theater and music and dance. And, you have to do all 3 in one, doing musicals, so magical. And then I went on to college and studied theater in college and, just kept going.
So you just you are the engine for starting all these things.
I just knew in my heart, I don't know. I just love people. I love being in front of people, around people. And
you do love people.
I love people, which I thought was always a normal thing. And then the older you get, you realize most people don't like people, but I love people. I love having conversations and learning about people and why they are the way they are. And, I love kids. I love hearing kids' stories and their imaginations. And I love, creative people. I used to be a tour guide at Universal Studios for many years, and it's such a creative break room. You would be, Oh my gosh. You're surrounded by actors, writers, directors, or just movie buffs, because the whole job is talking about the movies. And so we would go to, you do your tour, you come back in the break room and then do another tour. But you had so much time in a room full of creative people, and it was inspiring. And you just talk movies, talk anytime, it was a great job. I don't know why I went on this tangent about
No, I love it.
the
That's
joy.
I was going to ask you about Universal, because that is when many times I have thought, oh, I would love to go work at Universal. And I'm like, how long is that walk to the
It is a long walk. You got to go down the stairs and around. And it was great. It was a great chapter of my life. And I really am so grateful that, like, some of my closest friends I met through that job. And I did the tour, but I also was a VIP tour guide. And that was a cool experience because you could go into the movie sets and walk around the actual sets of TV shows and show your small group what it is like to really make a TV show. And, growing up and not in California, it's kind of normal here, but growing up in a different place, the fact that you could take somebody from this town to the big city and show them, like, oh, this is where it actually happens. It was a magical job. So I did that. And then they also had a show there. I was in the very last cast of the Terminator 2 3D show, which was a stunt show. It was so fun. But that show closed that year. And yeah. So yeah, I loved working at Universal.
I did the stunt show.
So there was a part, it was the Terminator show, and there was this woman, she was this corporate woman, she greeted the audience, and then she took them into the main stage, but she was kind of evil.
Ooh,
and then she gets choked out. Well, it was always like, very, welcome to this and that. And you talk and be like, okay, let's go. It was very, it was great. That was a fun job too. That was a cool, just adults dressing in costumes and pretending to die because you would do that show in little increments throughout the day. It was like little tiny shows throughout the day. And anyway, lots of fun. But places like theme parks or cruises or things that you think outside of the normal, I auditioned for this job and da-da-da. It's an experience outside of just being on a show or a commercial, or it's like a lifestyle. I don't know. It was great.
Yeah.
And the chapter's closed now. You can only go for so long, but it was great. I loved it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I got chills when you did your I guess she's not, I said baddie, you said.
Oh no. Yeah. But
she's more of like an elegant corporate.
Oh yeah. She was very like, oh, I'm the boss and you're the nothings, that kind
of. So good. You have that voice. I've said it before that I think of the Dune, like the Bene Gesserit.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's like you can like will people to do things with your voice.
Wouldn't that be nice if we could just do that in our lives? Just do as I say. Yeah. It's funny, actually, the first time, so we were talking about the Baton Rouge Little Theater workshops they would have. And
which theater?
When I was a kid, we would do these summer workshops, and they did Little Mermaid, and I was Ursula, and I was like 7th grade, and it was like, well, this is my dream. My dream is like, I'll be a witch, I'll be a gypsy for the rest of my days. If I could just be an old, evil, the dream.
Oh my God.
That was like the one
to be the bad lady. Like you're like to be like, if you weren't trying to be the ingenue, you were like
boring. She's, or ingenues are like pretty and like you get to wear the pretty dress and whatever, but the villains, oh my gosh, get to be evil and magical and diabolical, What about you in your acting realm? Do you like the bad guy, the good guy?
I would love to want to be a bad guy, but I just want to be the good guy.
Oh, that's good.
I always wanted to be, even like, yeah, even watching a movie. And my thing is too, is I just have a challenge picking anybody to root for. So when everybody says, who's your favorite character? Everybody.
I love them all. We all have a light and a spark. I can see you.
Which one do you want to be most like? I don't know. I can't choose. And what a horrible question. I don't want to be any of them because that's not what I want in my life.
Oh.
Right? We want no drama.
Yeah.
In our life. Yeah. My family likes to tease me about that. Who's mommy? Oh, mommy's that one. No, because they know I really get upset. I really want to be the good guy.
Yeah. You are the good guy
Oh, thanks.
in this life of ours.
Maybe. It's a journey.
It's a journey. It is. We always say that life's a journey.
It is.
Chapter by chapter. Yeah.
That's for real. So I guess, so I love that. So wait, so do you, are bad, like are the bad guys, no, I shouldn't stop saying bad guys. What is it? The villains.
The villains. Yeah.
Are the villains your favorite when you watch movies?
You know what's funny? I do always root for the good people, and you always want it to have a happy. I'm like a happy ending kind of gal, but as an actor, it's more fun to play the villain. But as a viewer, I always want it to be a happy ending. And like when it's not, it's you're like kind of sad, mad leaving. Because why couldn't it just work out? But sometimes, movies, it doesn't always, life, it doesn't always work out. But in my heart, you always hope that it ends well for the characters that you just followed and went through their journey and their story. And you're just like, why couldn't it have worked out for them?
Yeah.
Well, because it's a movie and you're supposed to feel something.
Yeah, because we need obstacles.
Yeah.
To go up.
Yeah. Well, you write a lot about, I feel like your stories are a lot about like the tensions of life and how you were saying you like the good stories and the good endings, but I feel like a lot of your writings are like a lot of the grit of the dirty, but
I guess you're right, because I do love a good blood splatter.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's more of, it's what pops up, and if you're writing something real and you're imagining scenarios with people you love, but then you have to like think about your worst fear, I guess you end up writing the grit on accident, or like just as a byproduct of diving in, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm writing something funny right now.
Oh, good.
And I'm really excited. It was the first time I wrote something funny, and enough about me. But
No, I want to. You be a part of it too.
I'm writing something funny, and the best part, it made me want to keep writing because I read a scene to Ara and Ken. Eamon was in the bathroom.
He missed out.
I'm like, I'll read it to you later. But I like that they care and that they laughed.
Oh, that's good.
It was quite the joy. It was like, why haven't I been doing this more?
Yeah. I mean, nothing like getting your teen child to laugh at your jokes. There's no other high, no other greater high than your child laughing and thinking you're funny.
I'm always asking them for help. And like, I'm like, okay, watch this. Listen to this. What do you think should happen next? I'm stuck, something like that. And I use them as my writer's room or my editorial.
Yeah.
Or did I cut the music? They're so good at music. So it's like, did I cut the music writer? Do you think I needed to cut it? And they're like, oh, move it. And they're always right. It's amazing.
But that's one great thing. I feel like, I know this podcast is a lot about motherhood as well. Like you have such a great collaborative life with your kids, which is hard. Sometimes it's like, I'm the mom, you're the child, which sometimes we all have to do that sometimes. But to know as a kid that your voice is being heard and appreciated and valued by their mom. Oh,
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I do. So much of it is like a whiplashing. Like, it's like, will you get off that device and start doing something creative? And since you're just sitting around, and come over here and help me on that.
Yeah. Help me in a real life. Help me in a real life video game, making movies and music. And that's great.
Well, thanks, Mary.
Yeah.
I love that you like, so you're one of the most flexible, most manifesting, like open people, and like you have good boundaries. I love your boundaries. So I feel like when I am getting bogged down, sometimes I'll be like, be more like Mary.
Oh my gosh.
Like Mary Bogh.
Oh, well, you are doing wonderfully in your own life.
Well, because I've been following you.
Oh my gosh, Jess, you're so sweet.
It's true.
No, I think, it's funny you used to say that because I'm such a people pleaser and I have been for a long time. And it took me a long time to say, oh, it's okay to say no. I remember watching an interview of the Elizabeth Olsen, who I love. She's the Scarlet Witch, and I love Scarlet Witch. And she's a brilliant actress, and I've followed her career. And she had an interview one time, and it was about what was the greatest advice from your sisters, because they're the Olsen twins, of course, of the 90s fame. And her quote was that no is a complete sentence. Mm-hmm. And that you hear quotes and words, and for me, honestly, it was like, oh, I don't have to like explain, because I always felt like apologizing if I didn't want to do something or couldn't do something. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, you can just say no. Oh, no, thank you. And you do it with a smile and a polite no, thank you.
Yes.
And, sometimes people are persistent, and that's great, but you can also like say no. And it took me into my 30s and maybe becoming a mom, and realizing that's not just about you, and you can like stand up for yourself. And so anyway, that was one. Thank you, Elizabeth Olsen, for your lovely quote out in the ether. But it really did, I think it's okay to be kind and loving. And I still enjoy pleasing people. I still enjoy making someone else feel happy and feel good and feel warm and lit. And I love that. But it's also okay to say, yeah, but get out. Get out of here. I like you, but I don't need to be in, or whatever, and that's in a small scale or a large scale. It doesn't have to be dramatic or anything, but
yeah, that right there is that thing where you're like, no, thank you. It's the Mary Grace.
Try to live with grace. I try to live with a kindness, but not every day, not every minute. We all have our,
but you don't show it.
You just see me with a kind light. You see me in a rosy light, but I can be,
I see you. I see you often. I see you a lot.
That's true. We do get good quality time.
Creative Mamas Unplugged is produced by Breatheasy Productions with music by Jeremy Jurin. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give my mama 5 stars and keep coming back. Thanks to us kids, there are plenty of stories to tell. And you are not alone.
We are inspired by you. Thank you for joining our Creative Mamas community. Support Creative Mamas Unplugged on Patreon to get your name in the credits, receive extra content, and earn some fun prizes. With this, we can keep creating, uplifting, and growing this incredible community together. We love you so much. Applause.